This was a huge mistake. I've wasted so much money. Hey y'all, it's Rebecca. Welcome to Rain Nail Studio. Today is just a little chit chat video because I have not been able to really record any pedicures the last few days. I have surprisingly been doing a lot more pedicures than I'm used to for the cold months. So there will be more content coming soon. I've been gone for a few days because things have been just a bit chaotic. I have some personal stuff going on, and then my son he's going to a competition in Orlando next month, so I'm trying to prep for that. It's been very stressful and mom life is kicking my ass right now. So today we're just going to talk about beginner nail tech mistakes. This is not going to be like a cliche video, okay? These are things that I have done that keep me up at night and stress me out to the max. So the first thing being the first mistake that I made as a nail tech that, you know, really stayed with me is not checking the hyponychium before I start clipping somebody's nails. Okay, this happened twice. It happened twice. The first client, I didn't cut her. It was just very uncomfortable, and she still talks about it to this day. She still talks about it to this day. The second client, however, I did cut the live skin and she did bleed. So that was not a good moment for me. That is a huge red flag if I was going to a nail tech. Mind you, they both knew that I was just starting out. So I feel like they gave me a little bit of grace. Unfortunately, one of them is no longer in my chair, and that's perfectly fine. You know, I'm not for everybody, so it is what it is. But in nail school, they never told us, like verbally told us, like, check for the hyponychium, check for this, check for that. The only thing that they really told us was to prep our files, which, funny case is, I have never cut anyone with a file. So I feel like that's definitely something that needs to be said out loud, because when you're a nail tech, you know, you kind of have the experience and the knowledge, but if you're just in nail school and you're just getting out, you don't know to check for these things. So I'm learning from experience, unfortunately learning from experience after I've invested in my education, but that's something that everybody should know and pay attention to. Okay, don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. But the first client I did it to, she's still with me to this day. It's been 4 years, so we have a great relationship and I'm very thankful for her. My second mistake is that I would lowball my prices. So when I set out to have a nail business, my idea was that I wanted the services to be affordable. Okay, I'm a very service-minded person, so I wanted to be very inclusive, and I just wanted to have that, I don't know, I guess I was trying to people please. You know, I'm trying to be affordable, but I don't recommend doing that because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You're cheating yourself. People are only booking with you because you're cheap, but we're not using cheap products. Okay, we're using quality products, but not charging what we should be charging. So what I recommend is that if you are starting out as a nail tech, or you are aspiring to be a nail tech, just please perfect your craft and do not advertise to the public until you are 100% ready. And what I mean by that is when you go to post something about booking with you and a complete stranger, someone that you don't know, books, you're not nervous, you're confident, and you're ready. That way you can charge your worth and get your money's worth for not only your time, but the products that you are purchasing. So no lowball pricing, just don't do it. I know that people do, like, oh, I'm looking for models, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. Buy you a nice live looking practice hand, do sets on there, and post pictures to advertise your business. Okay, yes, you can do family and friends, but we all know they're not willing and able to support us entrepreneurs, right? So check the hyponychium. Stop lowballing yourself. Let's see what else. Third mistake was buying products and equipment from big commercial brands. The reason why I do not recommend this is because big commercial brands are trying to cater to everyone. They're going to have a little bit of everything, right? So what does that mean? That means that eventually they will discontinue products, they will discontinue equipment. So let's take a dust collector, for instance. They're selling a dust collector and it has filters, right? It's been 2 years since you purchased the dust collector. Well, now they don't sell the filters because they've moved on to a new version. So what are you going to do with that dust collector? You're going to have to buy a new version or buy a different product, or you're going to be stuck with it and trying to DIY a filter for your dust collector. So I do not recommend buying from big commercial brands. I absolutely do not recommend it. If you're needing something like a dust collector or a gel lamp or an e-file, I would highly recommend only purchasing from brands that specialize in that particular equipment. That way there's no hassle of a warranty. There's no hassle of, them not having the things that you need to replenish the items that you've purchased. And not only will you be stuck with those, inconveniences, but they're also overpriced. The big commercial brands have overpriced items, okay? I literally have ordered little things like a Dappin dish from a big commercial brand. That thing was $25. I get on Shein and it's on there for $3. The same exact thing. The only thing is it didn't have a logo on it. But that big commercial brand had it first. So, just stop wasting your money investing in companies like that. What I recommend if you're looking for products or equipment is to invest in a brand that offers education, whether it be newsletter, email, YouTube, or Instagram. You should only be investing in products where the companies are investing in you, the customer, the consumer. Okay, so y'all know my favorite brand is Young Nails, and I'm gonna say that to the day that I die, because I learned so much from watching Young Nails on YouTube. And of course, the fact that they not only give you education on doing nails, but they give you education on their products, which is a huge plus. So if you're going to invest in a company or a brand, just make sure that you get some type of return other than just the product. Another big mistake that I've made as a nail tech is not having a legitimate schedule. So now that I'm doing nails full-time, I've been doing it full-time for 4 months, and I've stuck to a schedule. I've not moved stuff around. I've not made, accommodations for people. I've been sticking to my guns. I'm still getting those bookings, and I'm still able to be with my family. So you just have to learn that it's your business, it's your boundary, and you will find the people that respect that. So just make sure that you are setting boundaries and creating a comfortable environment for yourself, because you are the service provider. Another mistake that I made as a beginner nail tech was not being educated in e-file bits. Okay, I was just kind of going off of what my favorite content creators were using, but it's really, really, really important to know the different e-file bits, the different grits, and the purposes of e-file bits, because it's going to save you so much time if you're educated in your steps, your process of doing that dry manicure for your prep and application. So right now I am in the process of researching and deciding on what bits I want to get from this particular brand, because I personally, in my own opinion, I feel like the longest part of my services is going to be prep. And I feel like having the right e-file bits will cut that time in half. And not only that, but it's going to give me that flawless look once I'm done. So I wish I would have had more education on e-file bits, but it's also up to me as a nail tech, as a service provider, to, I guess you could say, like, learn or teach myself, whatever the case may be. But that is another big mistake that I've made as a beginner nail tech. Oh, okay, last one. This is the last one. Thinking that nail art and all of the zhuzh frivolous things is going to get me clients. I have had so many sets that I ended up not liking because I'm not an artist. 4 years into my nail career, I am finally accepting the fact that I am not an artist, okay? Granted, when I first started doing nails, I could not draw a straight line. I couldn't draw a straight line. Now I could do a little something. You know, I could do a little something, but now after 4 years, knowing that my goal has always been to just take care of the natural nail, like, that's my main focus. That's my main focus. So the art was just a plus, but there's so many sets that I've hated and I was so dissatisfied with, and I wish that I would have never tried. But now that I have that experience, and now that I have the mindset that I have control over my business, I'm perfectly fine with not doing nail art. Like, I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm so fine with it that I'm probably almost going to either throw all the crap away that I don't use or give it away. Plain and simple. Because I'm not an artist, and I've been able to say that to people, and I'm okay with it. Yes, it's fun to do. I love doing practice sets, but doing nail art on someone's nails, it can be scary because not everybody understands that what you're seeing on Instagram is not going to be what you get on your nails, because I'm not this person that did those nails, if that makes any sense. So thinking that nail art and all the frivolous things are going to get me clients, no, it's not. So I will say I've had a few clients that like all of that stuff, but they're not the type of clients that come every 2 to 3 weeks. And that's what we want. We want a client that's there every 2 to 3 weeks for their luxury maintenance. Okay, I think that's all I have for today. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Do not forget to subscribe, because like I said, at 10K, I'm doing a fat ass pedicure kit giveaway. Okay, and if you don't know what brand it is, go look at my other videos so you can have an idea of what to expect. But anyway, my name is Rebecca. You can follow me on Instagram at BeccaB_, and I hope to see you soon.